Hey guys, welcome back to Civil War Grand Tactician, or Grand Tactician for short, but once the Napoleonic War sequel comes out, we won't be able to call it just that. Anyways, in this episode, I'm gonna try and have a battle, guys, but we still have a lot of preparation to do in terms of equipment if we really want to stand toe-to-toe with the Union. But one of you guys asked me when the next episode was gonna come out, and I was hoping to do it Saturday, but I was like, I am getting tired of the grind and stuff, so I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna try and get several videos lined up for you guys to watch throughout the last couple of days here, the next couple of days here, because I will not be here through the new year to be able to post on those days. So I will be back on Thursday, and we'll be back on the grind, and the content will be more current, but I'm gonna try and get as many videos out today, done today as much as I can, schedule them throughout this certain amount of days, and then you guys will be good to watch all week that I'm gone, well, the couple of days that I'm gone. But without further ado, let's get into today's episode here. Okay, so what are we dealing with right now? Gotta refresh my memory what we're dealing with here. Oh, that's right, we're sending him back home to do whatever we can with the invaders here. I gotta wait until they stop so that we can deal with them. I mean, Shenandoah, is that good to go? It is good to go, figuratively speaking. We're just waiting on some men in regards to this. The Army of the Potomac almost has all its men. I almost want to do one more battery, one more artillery division, but at the same time I don't want to drain our resources in terms of the manpower and stuff. We're halfway done with the 3-year contracts. We got about 15 days until they're done. Okay, let's think here before we start the game here. Okay, let's get playing. We'll see what we got going on a couple of days from now. Excuse me. Okay, they got the 12-month contracts, so we're a little ahead on them. But then again, each contract for them does more because they have more contracts than the Confederacy do. So we have to consider that. We might be ahead of them. Our men can serve about 3 years, and the reason I say that is it's about a couple of days out until we can get the 3-year contracts. But even so, we gotta remember that they have more contracts than we do, which means they have a lot more manpower than we do. So we gotta consider that in everything. I'm considering leveling up the money to the military, but then again, I know that we need to start pushing into industry as well. So I'm torn between the two, I really am. And I know it seems like we're sitting dormant and we're not doing nothing, but the truth is, guys, if we try to engage a battle without the proper equipment that the Union Army relatively has already, we're going to get our butt kicked. Trust me, I've tried it 1,000 times. So there is a method to my madness with the 3 Yankee armies in our territories and taking places. I understand that. But there is a reason, a very specific reason I'm sitting on my butt doing nothing about it, okay? Because I tried it in my other playthroughs before I became a YouTuber, and it does not go well. You want to have the proper equipment to engage their forces before you try to do it. Okay, that's why I'm sitting here doing nothing about it, because I know we're not even ready to do that in the first place. But I want to start with the northern armies, kicking them out, and then get them out of Tennessee or wherever they decide to go next. Because if we don't stop the northern armies, well, that's the road to Richmond, unfortunately. Less than 2 weeks to go, guys, and then we'll have these 3-year contracts, which will give us more manpower to use, which I think I will grow the armies a little bit after that time period. Do we have some rifles coming in, like some Springfield rifle muskets here? I want to see if we actually do have some equipment coming in for the army. I know we have cannons coming in, but it's not a whole lot. But I do want to take a look at what we got lot coming in for weapons here. Okay, we have 11K Springfield rifle muskets, and we do have more coming in. So we are making more. We got relatively 128 days until we get them all, which really isn't all that bad if we're being honest. That's a little over 3 months for 50,000 of them. Okay, that's really not all that bad. I do feel like we need to build our industry up more so than it is, but at the same time, when I consider everything, it's like that's really not all that bad, guys. It could be a lot better, definitely. There's no question about it, but that will come. Columbia, South Carolina. Let's see if we can't get a couple industry buildings in South Carolina, Columbia here. It's gonna make our economy go down a little bit, but like we need to get a couple of these in here. I think we're gonna add 5 more ironworks to our industry here, and then what we'll do is we'll go and get one more. Bam. Okay, that's gonna be all we're gonna do for right now. I know we need more factories, so that's why I did it. I don't want to like crash the economy, but at the same time, I don't want to not have enough, if that makes sense to you guys. The ironworks do take a very long time to build, but we do need them. There's no question about it, right? As you can see, they make the ammunition, they make everything. So next to factories, because they make the gunpowder, okay, they're the most crucial building we can build right now next to foundries, okay? If you want my opinion, I think the most important building you can build are the ironworks, the factories, and then the foundries, okay? Because factories make everything from clothing to basically gunpowder, okay? So if we don't have factories, well, we don't have nothing. And so that's kind of why I'm trying to really build up our industry in the deep south so that the Union can't get to it. Now, I explained this in previous episodes. However, I'm really trying to build up our industry so that we can be self-sufficient. Okay? Like, I don't want to rely on the Brits or the Austrians to send us rifles. Yes, some of the rifles can be some of the best rifles in the game, especially if you get them from the British, and some of the artillery can be the best artillery in the game, but I really want to try to do this on our own backs, guys. I don't really want to do it like my other playthroughs where I was relying on foreign trade that is very expensive to do, if you know what I mean, guys. And I really don't want to do that. I want to be self-sufficient and make our own stuff. But then again, that's going to cost a lot of money. But then again, it's going to be cheaper to do than foreign trade in the end. You can get a subsidies thing that makes your foreign trade very, very, very cheap. I've done it like that. But at the same time, if we're being honest, it is still more expensive than making your own stuff. Okay? So that is why I'm trying to do it like that. I probably should get some foundries in here. Making Georgia, we probably should put some factories in. Not necessarily the foundries and whatnot, but definitely put some factories in so that they can get some gunpowder pumping here. And I think that's all I'm gonna build for right now, because I don't want to tank the economy. But at the same time, again, like I keep saying, these buildings to get early on are very important. And once I get the subsidies for the factories and stuff, it'll make it a little bit easier. But right now, guys, I'm just trying to get manufacturing where it needs to be. Where is he at? Like the Army of Tennessee here. I want to see where he's at. He's still moving. Okay, so unfortunately we can't do nothing with him because he's still on the move. What we can do is market reform now. Okay, we got about 9 days till that's done and we can do the next one. We could do more than one, but it would slow it down, so I don't want to do that. And I actually might do the economic policy and the industry policy at the same time, which is gonna make each take longer. However, they're both important right now, guys, so I'm really considering just doing both at the same time. I know we got 4 armies in here now, but we're not gonna do nothing about it, guys. I've already tried. I actually recorded this episode like before, and I actually tried to do something about it, and it did not go well. That's why I'm saying, guys, we need the proper equipment to even do anything right now, because I've already tried it the other way. It is way too hard not to have the proper equipment. So all we can do is keep an eye on these guys, which is gonna make the fighting harder, you know, in the long run. But seriously, guys, we're not even ready for this. So we gotta wait, unfortunately. I promise you we'll get our payback. I promise you that much. I promise you we will get our payback. And I say this 3 times because we really will get our payback in every way possible. We will kick some Yankee butt, and I am not kidding. So I'm just asking you guys to be patient with me. I know it looks bad right now. I understand that. But believe me, I know what I'm doing. Maybe that would be awesome if I was able to retake Alexandria right from their nose. That would be so cool if I was able to do that. That would be hilarious. It would force them to attack me, and I would be in an ideal position at that point, because I could dig defenses to make it hard as crap for them to retake Alexandria. And what's really funny is it looks like they're gonna let me do it. That's funny. That's really funny. Take the railroads, please. Oh jeez. This is my favorite part of the game. Just the authentic Civil War music. It's great. You know, if I could, without getting copyright claim, I would play the music itself that goes on the game, because it's really cool. They play songs from that time, but at the same time, we don't want a copyright claim on that, so I'm not gonna do that. Nice work using the train tracks. We'll just slide right back into Alexandria, because the Yankees are idiots. We'll retake it, and hopefully the Yankees will turn back around and it'll force a fight. Hopefully. Anyway, it looks like it's doing exactly what I thought it would do, because we might have the Second Corps coming after us, it looks like. That being said, I am gonna upgrade Cook's army with the updated weapons as much as I can. With the state of the production, I don't think that everybody's gonna get the stuff they need, but we'll at least try to get some of these people equipped with proper stuff. Looks like everybody has at least a Springfield rifle musket, so, or better. So that will put us on the equal footing, just about. The only thing that we would be lacking in is the lack of decent artillery, to be honest. Yeah, but even that's not so bad. We have one 12-pounder Napoleon here, so even the artillery is not so bad. I think we should be able to do some decent damage here. Yeah, he's headed right for us. You can see it. But it would be awesome if, like, he brought the second Yankee army with him, and then we just kicked 2 out at the same time. But even if we can just get 1, I'm not gonna complain. Why is it that it seems like that is not going down? Like we're not retaking Alexandria. It just feels that way. I'm trying to like understand why that is. Oh, we are. It's just the reticule thing, or the symbol for the army is covering the red part right now. But you can see the blue bar. Okay, that's my bad. For some reason they left. Why? That is very strange. So essentially they're letting me take Alexandria back without a fight. That's interesting to see, honestly. And we only have a few days left on this. It's about 5 days till we get the 3-year contracts, and that will be fantastic. Then we can start working on our economy again and the industry. But honestly, I don't think I'm gonna do both at the same time. I think I'm just gonna, now that the state is what it is now, yeah, we have to worry about these other 2 armies, but now that the state is the way it is now, I think I'm gonna do 1 at a time, honestly, because it just slows it down more, guys, if we do more than 1. 44 days left on that. I call bullcrap on that. There's no way. Where is the Army of Tennessee right now? He is still moving. Holy crap. Jeez. We won't be using them for a while because they're going to have to recuperate everything, their supplies, everything. I still don't totally understand why they're letting me take Alexandria back without a fight. But I guess that doesn't harm us, that actually helps us. So I guess I shouldn't be complaining, but I really don't understand it. Yeah, you can see the red bar filling up now. So the icon that symbolizes the army is just covering it right now. Alright, guys, I gotta go. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a little bit shorter than our average time here, but when I come back, I'll be doing another one for you guys because, like I said, I'll be gone for a couple of days and I want you to have something to watch while I'm gone. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it's a little bit dry, but I'm really trying to prepare, guys. Try to understand that it's all in preparation, trying to bite the bullet for right now, and then we'll put some boot in Yankee butt right now. We just have to be patient, and that's all I'm asking, guys, is that you be patient with what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I've seen the results of it, so you're just gonna have to be a little bit patient with me. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.